But let's see, Aquarians, what we've got going on during July for you guys and gals here. Well, your focus or challenge, the focus and or challenge, as I like to say, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So a theme of generosity, charity to others is coming up. Aquarians, you guys are the humanitarians of the zodiac. So sometimes you are overly generous. You can be generous to a fault, especially with your money. You will help people out of jams. You know, you are a very giving individual, especially to those you care for. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes people take advantage of that. And, but your focus may be on, you know, either your generosity or someone else's generosity. So someone may be coming to you asking for a loan or help with something. I feel like for most of you, though, this is not someone who has abused that. And this is someone that you're actually glad to help out of a negative situation. This could be the start of a gradual change. Like you could be like, you help this person and then it really sets them off on a better course of life, or it really kind of sets them off on a more enlightened course. Some of you, this may be like actually sending someone to school. So maybe this is one of your kids or a younger sibling or someone that you kind of view as younger than you, and you're helping them out because it may be getting them out of a jam or helping them learn a trade or you know, go to school, get a degree so that they can be successful in the future. There's some kind of investment in their future. You know, so yeah, you may be offering your help. Someone may be coming asking your help. You may be asking help. But some of you, I feel like you may be getting just a very generous gift from your partner. So, I mean, you know, if you have an anniversary or something coming up, or maybe they just get you something for no reason. But yeah, if you have a special event in July, somebody could be doing something quite nice for you in July, especially if you're already coupled. We also have the Three of Rods in reverse. So, I mean, there may be a project or something that is not quite ready for launch. It's not quite ready for unveiling, as it were. And this doesn't have to be a project. This could just be a situation that you're kind of keeping under wraps, or you're keeping to yourself, or, you know, maybe you help someone and you kind of keep it under wraps from your partner because they wouldn't maybe approve, or they would feel like maybe you gave them too much money or something. There can be an element of that as well, Aquarius. But yeah, there's a situation that's still kind of, it's not quite ready to unveil, or news you're not quite ready to share. But I feel like for many of you, it's good news. And it may have to do with someone who's coming out of a difficult period, coming out of a difficult life lesson, who's maybe been stubborn in a wrong viewpoint. So this may not be you. This could be this other person that may be coming out of this, and maybe they're seeking your help, but they're not quite revealing everything to you, or, you know, you're not quite wanting to go in, you know, full force yet because you don't want to scare them away, or you don't want to kind of, you know, influence the situation in an, you know, or cause this person to revert back or go back to a negative situation. So yeah, there's something where you're a little tentative about, you know, revealing it or launching it. Some of you, if this is like a creative project or a business project or something you're working on at work, there's still some stuff that you're kind of trying to work out. There may be someone on the team or someone that you're working with that is, they keep repeating the same mistakes. And this has, you know, you're having to fix those, or this has maybe caused you to be behind schedule with something. But I feel like you're going to work it out. You know, I do feel like you're close to deadline. So the deadline may be in July. So it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to spend, you know, I'm going to have to be generous with my time Again, it may fall to you, Aquarius. Just make sure if you're doing more of the work because someone else dropped the ball or screwed something up, that you make sure it's known. You make sure the next day, it's like, I was here until 9 o'clock last night fixing this person's screw ups. So, where's my raise? Or that's why we're behind schedule. So I'm gonna need this person to come in and fix, take responsibility and fix what they need to fix. The help that's going to be available to you. You got the moon card here, Aquarius, and Fehu. So there is an unexpected or surprising gain financially. So it could be a job offer. It could be a raise because again, you make sure that, your generosity is not taken advantage of. But I do feel like those of you that are fixing a problem, you're helping someone out, you are keeping something on track. You're going to be recognized for that. And it may kind of be surprising to you. And some of you, this may be a raise, a promotion that you weren't expecting. Again, a gift. Someone else being generous to you, with you for a change. How nice, but yeah, things that are hidden are kind of in shadow. It's like you may have an inkling that, okay, well, my boss knows that I'm interested in this promotion, or I applied for that job and it would be better money. But I may not get it. July has good financial news coming back to you. And I don't feel like this is solely like financial rewards coming back for you regarding financial things, Aquarius. I feel like you're being financially rewarded for helping people out of jams, always being the one to stay late, but not just in a work sense, always being there for others and those you care about and, loaning them money, helping them when they need it. That's all going to come back to you in a very positive way. July looks like a very good month money-wise. So if you are looking to, apply for a new job or get a promotion, I do feel like an offer is coming to you that will increase your money significantly. And but many of you, this could just be a surprise gift from your partner or your sweetie or someone who cares about you. And it could be quite expensive. It could be quite valuable. I'm seeing a beautiful bracelet for someone out there. And I feel like for many of you, it may be amethyst or it may be like a topaz. It's beautiful. So yeah, if you get a lovely anniversary gift or just a nice present from someone, definitely let me know, Aquarius. I feel like that's going to be for, a couple of you specifically. But yeah, I'm seeing this beautiful sparkly bracelet. I don't think it's just because I was watching the Home Shopping Network last night, but that just kind of popped into my head when I saw, Fehu, value, money, and something unexpected and feminine. Doesn't have to be jewelry, but something very feminine and beautiful and lovely. So yeah, good money news, good financial news, and gifts coming to you, Aquarius, in July. And it is kind of like, yeah, you're reaping because you've got the rune of harvest here. You're getting back for all your good deeds. You're getting back for, being rewarded for everything you've done to help someone. I feel like many of you have helped someone out of a difficult, maybe even abusive relationship, or maybe you volunteer, because this is also the card of charity. So maybe you volunteer with an organization, or you're wanting to do that. Maybe you're looking into that in July, volunteering your services at a local shelter that helps people who need it. Helps people kind of get back on their feet. So it could be, through your church or through an organization that you really support, that you're going to give back in that way. And it's going to prove very satisfying to you. And you will get your reward in, again, a financial way. Now, what must be accepted about July? So this is normally the position that is about other people. It's things we can't control, out of our control, which would be other people, institutions, things like that. You do have the Star card in reverse. And this is your card. This is the major arcana associated with Aquarius. In the reverse, it indicates that there may be a wound that is, you know, it's going to take a long time to heal. Healing may have stopped. Growth may have stopped. It's a wish that has yet to be fulfilled, you know, when you wish upon a star. But in the reverse, it's one that you're waiting on. And this is also a rune of waiting. It can also, I feel like, again, though, we're talking about things are starting to change with this. So for many of you, maybe it goes back to this situation where you're helping someone out, but you're not quite, you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to get too excited. This person who is going through a difficult life lesson or going through a difficult time and now they're coming back needing your help. Maybe they didn't treat you so well. Maybe they did something to hurt you. And I think that for many of you, they did. Maybe it was just taking advantage of your help one too many times. You know, for some of you, this could be a former partner or some, you know, maybe it is your existing partner. And, you know, there's a wound there that hasn't been able to heal, or the healing has been interrupted. Or you've had to have a lot of patience with this situation. And now you're starting to see rewards. You're starting to see movement. You're, again, getting back, reaping what you've sown. And what you've sown is generosity and giving and that wonderful humanitarian side of yourself where, you know, you'd give someone the shirt off your back. You really would. And you're getting back all of that generosity in a financial way, but also in starting to see a situation change for the better. So if by the end of July, there's still, you know, oh, I don't know if the situation's ever going to be fully rectified. I don't know if I'll ever get over this or heal from this. Or maybe you're concerned that this person who's been through a difficult time, I don't know if they'll ever get over this. I don't know if they'll ever heal from this or be the same. Time heals all wounds is essentially what this rune is saying. It really does heal everything. And that's going to be your reward for the generosity that you have shown others. You know, you've done your penance. You've given and you've given and you've given. And, you know, it's time to start getting that back, Aquarius. And I think you're going to notice in July that that's happening. For some of you, this could be in a legal sense. This is the legal rune. So for those of you that have been waiting, you know, you may not get a total settlement, but you're going to find out how much you're getting, you know, or when to expect it. So there is movement and in a financial way and in getting back in a financial way. So getting a payout, getting a settlement that you've been waiting for quite some time. Now you also have the 9 here, the Hermit. So that indicates to me some of you may, like if you are waiting on a payout, you may find it, well, it's coming in September. You'll have it in September. That's going to be the touchstone month, Virgo time. End of August, early September. I feel like that's timing for many of you, especially those of you waiting on a payout, waiting to maybe get, maybe waiting for a certain time to retire, or that may be when you're changing jobs. Those of you or when you'll be moving into a new position that's going to be quite lucrative for you. That involves a raise. There's a lot of protection around you, which indicates that, you know, Eel is being guided by our spirit guides. Like they've got you. They've got you. It's like you're on your bike and they're holding on to it. You just can't see them. But so yeah, the moves that you're making in July, you're being spiritually guided to do. And there's an awakening and enlightenment coming for many of you spiritually, involving these situations and, you know, the rewards that are coming. And you're going to see a direct spiritual correlation to this. It's like, okay, I was patient. I waited. You know, I was generous with everyone. I've tried to make changes, you know, and be true to myself, be my authentic self and help others when I can. And be patient with someone who's going through a difficult time, but still, you know, even though maybe they've hurt me, I'm still there for them. And now you're seeing the rewards from this, and you're seeing the spiritual benefit of that. Some of you, I feel like there's going to be a very profound spiritual experience with a new guide coming to you, or a spirit guide contacting you. And it won't be scary. Don't freak out. It won't be scary, but you will, like, it may be in a meditation, or where you feel this presence. And for many of you, this could be an older male, like a grandfather, or an older male member of the family, a father, who you always saw as very wise. Maybe this is someone you always went to for advice, and they're now in spirit, and you're going to get a very clear message from them. You're going to feel like they are, holding the back of your bike, and they're like, I've got you, I'm helping you. Because the Hermit, what he does is he's always usually in the older decks, or the original kind of writer decks, holding a lantern and lighting the way forward. So with him comes a revelation, a revealing, and he's going to let you know when it's the right time to kind of unveil or feel comfortable with whatever new situations that you're feeling a little antsy about. You're not quite sure, that you're trying to fix, you're trying to, get just right before you launch or release. He's going to help you to know when it's the right time. So yeah, a lot of spiritual wisdom coming to you in July, spiritual enlightenment. Those of you who are looking for, if you're single and looking, Aquarius, it could be through some sort of volunteer organization, or sometimes some kind of you offering to help someone out in some way, that you meet someone new. And it's going to be a very, I feel like you'll feel very positive about this instantly. But I mean, this could be an outdoor event, because I've got the rune of the sun. So I'm seeing you kind of outside in the sunshine. Maybe helping someone set something up, or maybe you're in someone's wedding, and that's how you're, they asked you to be a bridesmaid, and you're like, oh, all right. And, you end up meeting someone. So, I feel like for many of you, you're being rewarded with a new partner who, it could be a Leo for some of you with the rune of the sun there. Leo could be prominent in their chart. Doesn't have to be sun sign. But could also have some Virgo going on here. So, maybe a Virgo Leo combo. Maybe they're born on the cusp there of Leo going into Virgo. So yeah, I feel like July and August are going to be significant for you single Aquarians. And that's how your generosity is going to pay off. But yeah, those of you looking to volunteer, again, you're being guided for more reasons than just helping others. Although that's important of it. For some of you, you're supposed to be in the right place to meet someone who's going to be quite special for you. So you're very determined to, you've got your eyes set on a goal in July, and you are willing to do hard work to accomplish something, to fix a relationship, to heal a wound, to get a new job, to get a promotion, and it's going to pay off. For those of you that are getting promoted, it seems like you'll be working maybe off on your own or independently. Maybe someone's helping you out with a loan to start your own business, where you'd be, working alone, essentially, working freelance. The Hermit is, a card of the loner. So, or a period where we are, kind of off on our own. But, either way, you could be pursuing something, or working more by yourself. And that's kind of just fine with you, Aquarius. I mean, you do like people, you are the humanitarian, but you also have your own way of doing things. And it doesn't always jive with the way that other people do it. And it's kind of like, you're very comfortable working independently. You're an independent spirit anyway. So I am seeing you kind of, if that's the case, flourishing in that environment.